Good morning and welcome to everyone tuning in to the ICMS Virtual Open Day for 2021, and specifically the Bachelor of Business Entrepreneurship session. My name is Angus and I'm excited to be your MC for this session. Now, before we get going, I would just like to remind any students who have questions to put them in the blue button below and we'll try our best to get to them. Now, I would like to introduce our speakers for this session. It is my privilege to give a warm welcome and introduce Francisco, who is the current Senior Program Manager for the Entrepreneurship degree. Francisco has over 10 years of business experience and has a strong desire and passion for mentoring young leaders in the development of their careers. Also joining us for this session is Molly Rose, who is a current ICMS Entrepreneurship student, and she was privileged to be a recipient of the What If Scholarship that allowed her to move away from regional New South Wales and pursue her career. Thanks to the both of you for being here today. I'm very much looking forward to your insights, and I'll hand it over to you now, Francisco.
All right, thank you, Angus. Hi, Molly, nice to see you. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome, a very warm welcome to ICMS. Today, we are going to talk about the Business Entrepreneurship Program. So very briefly, a little bit about me. My name is Francisco Vasconcelos. As Angus alluded to, I'm the Senior Program Manager for the undergraduate programs, and I've got responsibility over the Bachelor of Business program and the Bachelor of Business of Entrepreneurship. I quite like Angus's introduction. I've got a huge passion for mentoring and coaching. It's something that was embedded in me as part of my early leadership experience, but also through my master's program, which I completed about 5 or so years ago. So today, for me, it's a really exciting opportunity to be talking to you and answering some of your questions around your careers, around your aspirations, and around what you want to do, especially in the space of entrepreneurship. So we start today with you. I guess a consideration around thinking about what do you want to do with your life? What do you want to do with your careers? So what are the interests that you have? What are some of the passions and values that brought you to this session today? Why are you interested in this notion of entrepreneurship? And why do you want to pursue a career in this area and in business? If we think about the structure of our program, which I'll get to in a little bit of detail in a moment, it's a very interesting approach where we give you a sound business foundation through a number of core subjects that are part of our program. We give you a hands-on approach to entrepreneurship alongside lecturers that are playing in industry and entrepreneurs themselves. And also we give you a little bit of flexibility around exploring topics that you think will be valuable for your careers. So these will come in the shape of the elective subjects. So for me, the mix of these 3 different things really expands your possibilities in being either an entrepreneur, so someone who wants to go away and start working in your idea and building your own business, or also not to forget the intrapreneur. So these are the people that might work for established organizations, might work for very large organizations, but they bring in that sense of innovation and flavor for the companies that they work in. So explore a little bit more about this when we start talking about the actual structure of the program. One thing that I love about what we do is that we have a very flexible approach. I just want to address 3 very quick things around flexibility. We have flexibility around the campus you can choose to study in, be it in Manly, be it online, be it in the city. We also have a number of intakes that I'll address towards the end of the presentation. And also the study pattern also provides you with the ability to shape your experience to suit you. So if you want to hurry up and finish your program very quickly, you can do that within certain constraints, but you can have that flexibility to do things a little bit more quickly. Or if you want to take your time, if you want to study alongside working in industry, you can also do that, which is, for me, great flexibility for students today. We've got many things to be proud of here at ICMS, and some of them are up on the screen, but I just want to spend a little bit of time talking about two of the things that to me are very particular to ICMS and also this program. Firstly, when we talked about a student portfolio, so number 2 on the screen, everything that we do in class, everything that you do as part of your subjects relates to the workplace and relates to business. So what will happen is once you've completed a subject or your entire program, you will be leaving that program with a tool belt with a huge amount of templates, of pieces of works, of assessments even that you've done that demonstrate how you can work through problems, how you can design innovative solutions, how you've demonstrated those skills. Another thing that's also, what that leads to is what's addressed in number 3, which is active learning. We pride ourselves in making clear relationships between things that you're studying and how that operates in the workplace. So for me, in the days of entrepreneurship, this is really important. So here at ICMS, we are aiming to prepare you to be effective business people, effective leaders in the 21st century, and we do that through our set of graduate capabilities. So we look at equipping you with the professional expertise that you need to play in the area you want to play in. We make you, or we shine a light on the need for you to be a global citizen, being able to work with and manage people from different backgrounds, from different cultures. A lot of our lecturers come from different cultures as well. And a huge set of capabilities that we aim to instill in our students. What that leads to is that this focus on career, this focus on currency and having a design that is very 21st century focus, is that these skills are in need. So what we see is that this focus translates to career success for our students. So if we take a moment just to have a little bit of a look at what the Bachelor of Business Entrepreneurship looks like, we started the Bachelor of Business. So there are 12 core subjects that make up the Bachelor of Business program. So it's the business component of this program. You will then have 6 specialized subjects that sit specifically in the entrepreneurship domain. So through these subjects, you'll be able to start considering what kind of an entrepreneur you're going to be. You're going to explore and test your idea. You're going to build a business plan. You're going to think about how to market that idea. You will consider funding options on how you're going to establish and build your business. And finally, you're going to start to evaluate what opportunities you have to expand your business through the specialized subjects. And as I alluded to earlier, you also have some flexibility in 6 subjects that are electives where you can choose and tailor your learning. So to have a little bit of a closer look around the subjects that are on offer as part of this program, in the first year, there are 12 outlined out there. Some of them are the business subjects, things like accounting, law, statistics, creativity. But then we start to also see those specialized subjects. So entrepreneurship foundation and mindset is the starting point. What sort of entrepreneur are you? What sort of areas do you want to play in? Right, I really like this subject. Some of the assignments in this subject require students to go out into industry and interview some of the entrepreneurs that they admire. They will do some canvassing around collecting free resources into the tool belt that may come in handy once they start working through that idea, validating that idea, and building that business plan. So you hit the ground running with building your idea of what you want to do, that notion of the hands-on component. You then we're then looking at the second year subjects. Typically, our students will go into our work integrated learning as part of the second year of the program. Here's where, if you want to speed up your experience, you are able to study subjects alongside industry training, which is great flexibility for many. And then you return to campus and complete some additional subjects at the 200 level. This is where we start to see that notion of electives. And this is where truly the power of the program comes out as well. Students are able to then start paving the path that they want to take. So in entrepreneurship, it's quite common to see students taking, for example, pricing and distribution. So working out how much you're going to sell your product and service for, and how you're going to distribute that, as an example. In our second year, as I alluded to earlier, you will go to your industry training component, so the work integrated learning. We start this from the beginning, from your very first subject, considering your resume, looking at interviewing skills, but also prior to you going to placement, you'll be working with a consultant on the best option for you. That person will also see you through the application process. We work with a wide range of different partners in industry. And one thing that's quite unique for entrepreneurship students is that if you wish to, you may also use the industry training component, that time for the work integrated learning component, to actually work through your idea if you don't wish to be partnered with an industry partner. Finally, when you come back to college, you've got your level 300 subjects. This is where there is a lot of flexibility around the electives that you may want to pursue. As you get in towards the end of your program, you might have a clear idea of what you want to do past graduation. And we allow you a wide range of different electives for you to be able to shape this experience for you. I always suggest my entrepreneurship students to do project management, which is a key component of bringing your idea to life and having a successful business. We also have subjects around mastering the sales. Another really popular one is marketing, analytics, and big data, which helps our students make sense of information and using that for marketing purposes. So hopefully you've had a flavor for what the program looks like. I understand there's many different ways for you to actually apply to come and join ICMS, different sessions today that might be covering this process. It's important then to address that we've got a lot of commencement dates or intake times. So if you're aiming to join us next February, that's great. If you wish to do so beforehand, just have a chat to our recruitment team and consultants, but we do have a range of different intakes times through the year. And finally, just to zoom out a little bit, you've spent some time with us today talking about entrepreneurship. We do offer a range of other programs as part of our undergraduate set, if you like. Of course, Bachelor of Business is a very important one for me. But we also have programs in areas of marketing, sports, international tourism, etc., etc. So thank you very much for your time today. I look forward to answering some of your questions in a moment. And this is me. Back to you, Angus.
Thank you very much for that in-depth understanding of the entrepreneurship degree, Francisco. We certainly appreciate it, and also for the students tuning in today. I'll now hand over to Molly Rose, who will tell us a little bit more about her experience, and then we'll go for some questions at the end. So thanks, Molly.
Thank you, Angus. So good afternoon, all. As Angus mentioned, I'm Molly Rose Simmons, a current first-year student of ICMS, undertaking a Bachelor of Business Entrepreneurship. Today, I will share my experience here at ICMS, the journey from prior commencement to where I am today. So originally, I'm a rural student on the Mid-North Coast, signing off my senior year at Tari High School. What a one-time journey that was through the circumstances. I wouldn't change a thing though. High school summed up in one word for me would be eventful. I was an ambitious, determined student, sport mentor, and academically conducive. Really, I just love contributing to make a difference, whether that was in a classroom, on a field, or at any school event. I'm an individual who always tests the limits. I love a challenge, whether that's a physical or academic obstacle. However, I can't say I take life too seriously. I do tend to laugh at my own jokes. In terms of academic excellence in school, I was my own competition, excelling in both my two favourites, English and economics. However, math, how horrible. I thought maths was so important, and achieving a band 6 was the be-all or end-all for my future studies and pathway to university, all up until I came across ICMS. I think most of us can admit the amount of stress we put on ourselves and how high we set our expectations to achieve a certain ATAR. However, I cannot say I experienced high stress levels when HSC came around, and I have ICMS to thank for that. Fortunately, I was honoured with an early entry offer at ICMS at a college who care more about what you're made of and who you are, rather than basing you off how well you performed under amples of pressure in an exam. And the number you received. At ICMS, we're more than just a number. When considering which pathway I wanted to take after secondary education, I knew that I wanted to do something where I could make key decisions and be a key player in operating and running a business. I applied for numerous universities in my final year of school. However, when I discovered ICMS, their offered courses outrailed any other universities. A college primarily for business, connections located in Sydney, where there are so many more opportunities than afforded in my regional home. When I reached out to ICMS, they immediately distinct themselves from every other university. I explained my circumstances, career goals and aspirations, allowing the experts of ICMS to guide me. ICS made me feel more than welcome, important and something more than just another number and another student. The support ICMS provided me throughout my final studies, sending HSC tips, continuous contact and support really assisted my tertiary decision. I decided on ICMS due to the personalised application program, endless continuous support, guidance and overall personalisation that the college offers. My decision to study entrepreneurship was determined by the limitless possibilities and connections a degree as such can trigger. I'm a people person. I love meeting new people, learning about others, adapting and overcoming the adversity and challenges life throws my way. Business entrepreneurship doesn't just give me the education and foundation required to build a business, but it allows me the understanding to work in numerous business fields. A few of my interests being human resource management, as far as perhaps working in the travel insurance sector. ICMS offered me the opportunity to chase my ambition by helping me refine and build my business acumen, offering the opportunity to utilise the theory I learnt throughout my studies into practice and understand how I may be able to start my own business one day. An added attraction for me was that ICMS have over 1,000 industry partners, providing me with that unique opportunity to develop strong professional and career networks, further developing my real-world employability, and to fully explore my industry of choice to aid my future career decisions. As an honoured recipient of the What If scholarships, my aspiration was made possible. Like honestly, financial circumstances can be a roadblock into pursuing your dreams, but luckily ICMS consider that. I'll admit I've been spoiled to say the least. Hot lunch and dinners cooked for me daily, even a hot breakfast now and again. But who's complaining? It's tough living by the beach, in a castle, making friends worldwide and being educated in a classroom of 30. Friends elsewhere complain about having those 100+ people in a lecture and struggling to get help. I can't say that I have experienced that. I'm educated in a classroom as small as 30 and have teachers that are open and available 24/7. They're more like just another friend. As many of you heard in the introduction, I came from a rural and relocated to regional. I am now a current employee at Moraine Agnew Lawyers and I have ICMS to thank for that. With the flexibility of ICMS, it offers me to work part-time and attend class around it without jeopardizing my grades and attendance levels. The ICMS team are all about what works for you and making it happen. Now back to the making it happen part. In case you didn't notice earlier, I'm not too keen on maths. I actually suck at it. However, did you know, currently received a HD in both accounting and stats. Sounds like a fluke to me, right? Nevertheless, I would more so say it's thanks to ICMS. Thankfully, ICMS offer an amazing support system and educational platform. Learning in classrooms of 30 is the great advantage alongside the support system ICMS offer. From online support resources to face-to-face, the Student Success Centre, Val and her team, the peer-assisted learning, libraries and much more resources. ICMS make it hard to fail. My classrooms here involve online and face-to-face learning and grant me the opportunity to collaborate with students worldwide, gain further insight beyond my own experience and culture, whilst providing me all the knowledge, skills, and a hands-on opportunity to be 110% prepared for what the business world has to offer. As of this week, I have closed my second trimester at ICMS. So far, in such a short period of time, the education and skills I have attained are incomparable. However, the relationships I've built and the friends I've made are priceless. I feel so honoured to have the opportunity of being part of such a small, close-knit community and cannot wait to continue the rest of my journey here at ICMS, further developing into a competitive party of the business world. This will be through the utilisation of tools and understanding ICMS have rewarded me to be the best in the business. Business isn't just about knowledge, it's about character of people and how we interact with one another. People are what build business, and here at ICMS, we learn invaluable skills to build relationships and collaborate with a diverse range of individuals. I am a people person, and I am so excited to see how the power of ICMS education influences my character in the business world. At ICMS, we are a diverse family. There is no one shoe fits all. ICMS open the opportunity to endeavour and achieve. If you're someone who wants to study amongst like-minded professional individuals, have access to over 1,000 business connections in the real world, and put your theory into practice before graduating, ICMS is waiting for you. In these uncertain times, you should make one thing certain and join our ICMS community, embark on your journey and chase your ambition. I'm happy to help and welcome any unanswered questions to come. Thank you for your time and attention.
Wow, thank you very much both for your presentations. Fran, that was awesome. And Molly, thank you so much for your student perspective. That's awesome and refreshing to hear, and definitely helpful for all the students tuning in today. Molly, I might just ask you a question now. So we've got one that's come in from Rob today. He's wondering about opening his own business one day. That's a goal of his and what he's been wanting to work towards. And he's wondering how the entrepreneurship degree will help him with that.
Yeah, wow. So as we all know, entrepreneurship is building your own business, being your own boss. And the course offers at the first of my current year. So far, I have learnt the various types of startup options to start your journey, what works for you in terms of like economics and financial circumstances, and also like interests. So like ICMS provides you with not only the knowledge and foundations of business, but it also helps you find that suitability and what pathway to take for your business and what startup option you should undertake.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And Fran, I'll ask you a question. So if someone is thinking about the entrepreneurship degree, wants to go down that path, but they don't have a business idea yet, do you think they should still apply for the degree?
Absolutely. Why were they drawn to this, right? It's an important question. Why are you in this presentation if you don't have a formed idea? There seems to be an inkling there for something, right? And I think this question taps into roughly what Molly was talking about just now, and perhaps it's something that I didn't cover in much detail, but the way that we've designed this program, especially around the specialized subjects, so the subjects that are specific to entrepreneurship, it guides our students from the first understanding of who they are as an entrepreneur. So there's different types of makeups, if you like, so you kind of explore that a little bit and start to get your feet into the water and sort of understand what the environment's about, right? We then move you, and this is a clear progression in between subjects. Then we move you to start thinking about your idea. If you've got an idea already, maybe refining that idea, and importantly, testing that, like you validate that idea. From personal experience, at times you sit there and go, I've got this idea, and you run with it, only to find out years later that that idea wasn't actually that effective or exciting or whatever the word is. So that early testing and validating that there is a need for that idea in market, right? Once you kind of cemented that idea, and the idea will evolve even through the later processes, but you then start to putting down actually a business plan. So, start thinking about what are the areas that you need to explore, what sort of operational constraints or what sort of budgetary ideas or your marketing. So you start putting that all together into a business plan. You then start thinking around how am I going to make the best out of the marketing dollars I've got. So we've got a really cool subject called guerrilla marketing that talks about taking advantage of all the waves of new marketing systems that we've got in place. You're then moving to thinking about your funding, thinking about how you're going to hit people up for investment, whether or not it's from you, from your family, from a Shark Tank scenario, who knows, but we'll kind of present those to you. And finally, we ask the next question, that is, how are you going to grow this? So you've got this idea, you probably have some early wins. How are you going to know when this is building momentum and then really jump into it and start making some operational considerations, et cetera, et cetera? So I think we guide you from that stage before you even know exactly what your idea is. So back to your question, if I don't have my idea formed, but I know that, as Molly said, I want to be my own boss, that this program is designed to walk you through that process.
Yeah, wow. Thank you very much for that, Francisco. That's super helpful, and I think the students will get a lot out of that. Guys, that's all we have for today for this session. So I'll just quickly wrap up and let you guys know of a few reminders. So first of all, our early entry program pathway is open now. Spots are limited, so I would jump on as soon as you can and put that application in. We will get a student advisor in contact with you to chat through your options and help you through that process. One of the recommendations for our entry is that you have us as your #1 UAC preference. So if you don't have a UAC account, that's okay. It's quite easy to create one. Just jump on when you can. I believe the next time it opens is August 12. So if you can jump on then and make us #1, that would be great. And also, if you have any questions after today, just jump on our live chat. We have our student advisors on our live chat on our website all the time. They're always happy to answer any questions that you have. And we want to help you through this process. It's quite a hard time for many of you guys out there today. And we want you to know that ICMS is here to help you through this process. So hopefully, you guys have got a lot out of today. And again, thank you, Francisco. Thank you, Molly. It's been a great session and we've been able to cover a lot. So yeah, thank you both. Awesome.